Hey guys, Ham here outside. There's a shot of the Ham mobile out here at the homestead and my latest project. Y'all have been very supportive of my little survival kit efforts, and here's something I found while going through some stuff. Besides other things, I have a lot of walking sticks. I do a lot of walking, and I've always had some sort of pretty heavy-duty wooden stick. About 4 years ago, I bought this on eBay. That is a steel walking stick. It's a fairly heavy gauge, like a fence post, okay, and it's hollow, has a rubber grip on the top here, and it actually embossed itself to the metal to the point where I had to cut the top off. I'm going to get a cap to fit on top of that. But the neat thing about this was the people that made this filled the inside with a survival kit. There's 4 of these plastic tubes with various things. We're going to go inside and show you what's in there. But this is my latest project. Going to see if I can't improve on this. I think it's kind of neat. The walking stick and the survival kit inside. Don't know if they still sell these, but be interesting to take a look. I think I'm going to repaint this too. That orange is starting to get on my nerves. Anyway, let's go inside and take a look at what's in these tubes. Hey guys, Ham and the Foul Avenger back with you. Here's what we got going. Oh, Fred, your cape's coming undone. Gonna have to redo that. This is the latest project. These are the 4 tubes that were inside that metal walking stick that I'm going to be working on. And here's what they do. They have the tubes separated in the shaft of the stick by little cotton wads so they don't all bounce together. And there's 4 of them. The bottom one is taken up by an emergency blanket. That's just a standard size emergency blanket that's been opened up and rolled vertically. And these are just plastic tubes. I've actually seen these. I think it would be big enough for a single roll paintball tube, but I'm not sure. But anyway, they all come with these little plastic caps, and the tube gets a little deformed in there, but that's all it is. It's just a survival blanket. So there's the shelter warmth thing. The next tube in is going to be kind of difficult to show you because it doesn't want to come out. This is the knife. It does have a knife in it, plus a really good dual tone police whistle. I haven't seen one of these in years, but each side of this produces a different level tone that in conjunction is very, very noticeable. It's a nice little chrome steel. Okay, so we know that works. Then there's the first aid supplies are distributed throughout all the tubes. These are some Band-Aids. These are old. I may be replacing this. And the larger bandages here are larger sterile bandages like 2x2s and a 4x4 with some more Band-Aids. And then down the bottom, I don't know if this is going to shake loose or not, to the point where I can get, oh, I'm sorry, this is not the knife. This is the flashlight. I'm going to be replacing this too. This is actually broken. It was a single bulb. It's not an LED. That's how old this is. And the bulb is snapped. There's no batteries in it, but it's a very cheap little metallic flashlight. So that actually will get replaced. So that's another project. But anyway, I'm actually going to put the bandages and the whistle back inside because I know those work. But I'll probably be replacing all the first aid supplies in this just because these things are really old. They were probably old when I got this. So that's tube 2, the signaling. And this is what has to be replaced there. That's that. Now, this is more first aid supplies such as clean wipes and antiseptic towelettes, some antibiotic towelettes. And at the bottom is a single Sialume light stick along with some antibiotic ointment. Like I said, they've got the first aid supply spread all over the place and a very cheap little yellow lanyard. So I'm not even going to open this one. That's the Sialume light stick, another emergency light source. and antiseptic wipes. Okay, and then the fourth one, this is the one with the knife. This has an old cricket lighter. We've been talking about fire sources. Yeah, and this is very hard to get out of here too. You know, if you were really in a pinch, you're going to have some place to shake this out. Or have a pocket tool so you can grab this. Hold on just a minute. Stay with me, folks. I'm trying to get this thing out of here. I think it's because there's too much crammed in these tubes. This has some Tylenol and some other pain relief tablets in it. Yeah, now it comes out. It was jammed along with the knife. Let's go ahead and get that out too. As long as we're pulling stuff out of here, and I'll just show you all at once what's going on. Anyway, there's the cricket lighter. It doesn't even with the childproof thing off, it doesn't light. It'll flash, but that's it. So that's got to get replaced. Then trying to pull this knife out, and apparently it's jammed, so hold on. I think it's jammed on the little signal mirror, so let's get that out of there. This has kind of a neat little design signal mirror in it that I'm actually kind of interested in. Let's pull this out. That's just a simple little polished plastic signal mirror. It's got protective film on it. But that's all this is just a thin little plastic segment of a signal mirror to fit in that tube, so that's actually useful. And then there's this thing. Very cheap, full size. I doubt if it's full tang. It probably ends right there. But as an in the pinch, just general purpose camp knife, I don't know. It's a full serrated blade. It's actually got two serrations on it. That's a very shallow serration like you find in a steak knife, and then a deeper serration at the tip to use for maybe cutting a line or something like that you would find on a standard tactical type knife with a dual serration on the blade. But very, very thin, and I guarantee it doesn't go much past the hilt. So I don't know. We may be replacing that too, but you saw how hard it was for me to get it out of the tube. So in a pinch, I don't know how good that would be. It may just be that we wrap some things and put them in instead of in the tubes, but we'll see how that goes. So anyway, I'm going to leave that knife as a possible. This is a keeper. We're going to keep this. And like I said, you can see how the tubes get all bent out of shape and everything with this. And the other thing that was in that tube that was holding it up, because it is such a tight fit with the knife and the signal mirror, are these little packets of pain pills. Now these expired in 2004. Don't know if these would actually work anymore. Ibuprofen. What's this? Another ibuprofen. Yet another ibuprofen. And an extra, these two are extra strength non-aspirin pain relievers. So not quite sure what these are. But we've got this, maybe something like Aleve, and this is ibuprofen, which may be more like Tylenol. But anyway, these are probably all going to go away. All the medical supplies will probably be replaced. I'm not sure about the knife. This is a Tramontina Inox stainless steel, INOX. Okay, that's all that's on there. It doesn't say where it's made. I assume it's Taiwan or China or something like that, but it does have a full-size handle. I mean, it is fairly good grip, but still, all in all. So that's questionable. But anyway, there it is, the 4 tubes of stuff. All this is going to go into the shaft on the survival stick, and I think that'll be a good project. And on behalf of the Foul Avenger and myself, whose cape is falling off, I have to redo that for him. There he is. Stay safe. Work in progress. See you later.